It's time for Dirty Story Night. This week, Jerome Scoobies Doo. Enjoy. Okay, I don't have a laugh track for this, so feel free to add it in yourself. It was a dark night in 1969. The Mystery Incorporated van drove slowly through the woods toward the haunted mansion on the hill. Little did the occupants of the vehicle know that their lives were about to take a turn for the erotic. The wheels slowed to a stop on the gravel drive, halting beside the dilapidated structure. The side door opened and 4 barely legal teenagers and a dog piled out. "All right, gang, looks like we've got another mystery on our hands," said Fred Jones, the erstwhile leader. "Keep trying, Fred. You're not ever going to make that your catchphrase," said Daphne Blake. Leggy and red-headed, Daphne had the figure that would puzzle Einstein. "Let's split up, gang," said Fred. "Nope, not that one either," said Daphne. "Daphne, come with me," said Fred, who liked how mean she was to him. Really liked it. "Velma, you go with Shaggy and Scooby." There was no argument as the 4 kids, again, all of legal age, entered the house. "Velma, would you mind giving us some alone time?" asked Norville Shaggy Rogers. Yes, that's his real name, according to Wikipedia, as soon as they were away from the group. "Why?" asked Velma Dinkley suspiciously. "You know, Scoobs is due for a Scooby snack, and I've got a whole jar of peanut butter with his name on it," said Shaggy. That's as close as I'm going to get to Casey Kasem, sorry. "Rum, rum," said Scooby, eagerly lipping his lips. "Peanut butter? Where?" "You know, too much peanut butter isn't good for dogs," said cock-blocking Velma unhelpfully. "Yeah, but it's good for me, right, Scoob?" asked Shaggy. "Yeah," said Scooby, not at all helpfully because, while he was a dog who could speak English, he still had the smarts of your average canine. "Oh," said Velma, finally getting it. "Gross. I'll catch up with Fred and Daphne." "Good idea," said Shaggy, already unscrewing the lid of the jar. Velma hurried away before she could see what was about to unfold, though she unfortunately didn't make it out before the sounds of Scooby's giant tongue lapping Shaggy's balls like an inexperienced virgin boy trying to prove he's worth fucking reached her ears. Followed by a zoinks, like Scoob, that feels so good. Velma found Fred and Daphne pretty quickly, as Fred was still trying to find a catchphrase, since he was the only one in the group that didn't have one. "Light it up," said Fred. "No," said Daphne. "It means pull out your flashlight," said Fred. I know," said Daphne. "And by flashlight, I mean your penis," said Fred. "I know what you meant," said Daphne. "Jankies," said Velma, looking at Daphne in surprise. "You have a penis? I never suspected." "So smart and yet so unobservant," said Daphne condescendingly. "You never noticed the bulge in my dress?" "No," said Velma, "and I think the only reason I even stayed with this stupid group was because I wanted to eat your pussy. What a waste." "Hold the phone," said Fred. "No," said Daphne. "I have a pussy, Velma," said Fred. "You want to eat it?" Daphne always refuses. She just lets me blow her, and then she never returns the favor. "Only when I'm drunk," said Daphne. "I don't know," said Velma, although Fred and his neckerchief did have a certain feminine quality about them that she found alluring. That explained the weird sex dream she'd had about him that night that she'd never admit to any of her fellow lesbians. Then she sighed and hiked up her skirt. "All right, haunted houses make me horny, so let's make like the year in 69 this place." "Jeepers," said Daphne. "I would have shaved if I knew it was going to be on display," said Velma defensively. "I like the natural look," said Fred. "Not that, you pervert," said Daphne. "Look." They glanced where she was pointing and saw a suit of armor stumbling down the corridor towards them. "Oh, it's probably just Shaggy and Scooby being dumb again," said Velma. "Zoinks," said Shaggy from behind them. "What's that?" "We thought it was you," said Fred in surprise because he was a moron. "Nope," said Shaggy. "Ruh-roh," said Scooby, still smacking the peanut butter in his gums. "Or we could just have an orgy," suggested Fred, his neatly trimmed pussy in the shape of a daisy dripping onto the floor. "Sounds good to me," said Shaggy. "How about you, Scoob?" "Yeah," said the dog excitedly, his red rocket protruding grotesquely below him. And so the group ignored the suit of armor and fucked in every which combination, except Daphne, who stood aside and whacked off her 8-inch cock while watching, but acting like she was too good to touch any of them. Even the suit of armor got in on it, bursting open in the middle with a da-da-da-da-da, puppy power! Because of course, Scrappy-Doo has to show up in any fucking Scooby-Doo thing. And I would have gotten away with this story if it weren't for those meddling kids, barely legal teenagers. The end.
Wait, was Scrappy legal?
No.
Ended abruptly at Scrappy.
That's where we crossed the line, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Puppy sex. Yeah. It's All Been Done presents.
Who's got the time?
Wow, that was a strong opening. That's not what I meant. Not what I meant. Hi, I'm Jim. I run the network, so.
Hi,
So vote for me or I'll cancel the podcast. No.
Jim. Wait, is that what you're saying?
Yes, Keith, you now run the network.
Well, yeah,